to another edition of the Burnout with yours truly, Tony. Hey, we back again. We try to stay away from the police stories, but it seems like they do everything in their power to get in the news. So we're gonna get into another disturbing article, and this one doesn't make any sense. But before we get into the article, let me go ahead and give you the quote of the day. You will learn more about who a person is when they don't get what they want. They'll show you who they really is. And that's the sad part about it. Now you got so many people out here that's willing to pretend to be something. And then as soon as they don't get what they want, they're like a spoiled brat. I'm gonna take my ball and go home. And that's what I love to say. When they don't get what they want, they'll show you who they are. All right, this article is coming out of Illinois. USA Today is where we get this information from. Sonia Massey called police for help and a responding deputy shot her in the face. Well, I tell you. An Illinois deputy is facing murder charge for shooting a woman in the face after responding to a call about a prowler in her home. Sean Grayson, 30, was indicted Wednesday on charges of first-degree murder, aggravated battery, and official misconduct. The charges come nearly 2 weeks after Grayson shot and killed 36-year-old Sonia Massey in her Springfield home after she had called 911 about an intruder. I want to comment, but I'm going to wait till I get through reading it. Massey was black and Grayson is white. It doesn't matter what color they are to me. But evidently, they wanted to make sure that everybody knew that the police was white and the victim was black. It's extremely hard to imagine how a woman who calls police out of fear of an intruder ends up shot by the police in her own home being prompt, a Florida-based civil rights attorney representing Massey's family told CNN last week. Neither the Illinois State Police investigation nor a review of Grayson's body camera footage found that Grayson was justified in his use of deadly force. According to a statement from Sangamon County State Attorney John Millisher, the Sangamon County Sheriff Office issued an apology to the Massey family over the tragic incident on Wednesday, writing in a Facebook post they would mourn with them in the community. Really? A punk-ass apology. So this is what we doing now. You kill somebody and you just apologize for it. Excuse me for my frustration in my language, but sometimes this really just aggravates me because this is unnecessary. This is nothing that had to happen. This is something this rogue cop wanted to do. He came in this situation with blood in his eyes. But before I'm gonna comment, let me get through because I get so emotional with this. Let me get through reading. It is clear that the deputy did not act as trained or in accordance with our standards, the post said, adding that Grayson had been fired. Really? So you had to advertise he was fired? He should have been fired on the spot. No investigation, none of that. This woman caught. Okay, let me finish. The actions taken by Deputy Grayson did not reflect the value and training of the Sangamon County Sheriff Office or law enforcement as a whole. You hired him. Grayson was one of two Sangamon County deputies who responded to Massey's house around 12:50 a.m., according to a new release from the Sheriff's Office. Massey appeared calm when the deputies arrived and entered her home to ensure that the resident was safe, according to the court documents obtained by USA Today. Grayson noticed a pot of hot water on the stove, which he asked Massey to remove and prevent an accidental fire. Body cam footage of the encounter shows that Grayson made a comment about the pot while in the living room, and Massey is seen responding to Grayson, setting the pot on the kitchen counter as Grayson standing in the living room, according to the court document. Grayson drew his gun, threatened to shoot Massey in the face. For what? I don't understand this. For what? She did exactly. I'll get back to it. Seeing the drawn weapon, Miss Macy put her hands in the air and stated, "I'm sorry," while ducking for cover behind the counter that separated them, according to a court document. Grayson proceeded to close the distance between him and Macy, yelling at her to put the pot down. He fired the gun 3 times, shooting Macy in the face once, according to the doc. Grayson did not turn on the body-worn camera until after he shot Macy. The other deputy, who had the body cam on the entire time, announced that he was going to get medical care from his vehicle. Grayson told him not to because of the severity of the injury, but the other deputy rendered aid until medical help arrived at the home, document said. Grayson at no time made any attempt to render aid to Miss Macy, court documents states. Grayson ordered held behind bars. Governor issued statement. Due to Grayson's disregard for human life and access to firearms, State Attorney John Mills moved to deny him pretrial release, which was granted on Thursday. Grayson was placed in custody of the Sagamon County Sheriff while awaiting trial. This should be a quick trial. Grayson entered a plea of not guilty. Really? Huh. Daniel Foster, Grayson's attorney, declined to comment on his client's behalf when reached by USA Today. Illinois Governor J.B., a Democrat, issued a statement following the announcement of charges, thanking prosecutors for bringing the appropriate charges in this case. Sonya Macy was concerned for her safety and called law enforcement to her home for protection. Like all Illinoisans, she deserved that protection. He said instead she was gunned down by an officer of the law. True. Pritzel said his heart breaks for Sonya's children, for her family and friends, and for all who knew and loved her. And I am enraged that another innocent black woman had her life taken from her at the hands of a police officer, he said. Said protesters have been in the streets since last Friday looking for answers and demanding justice, according to the reporting by the Springfield State Journal-Register, part of the U.S. Today network. Death at the hands of law enforcement is one that has played out all too often for black people nationwide, said Sunshine Clemens, co-founder of Black Lives Matter Springfield chapter. She referenced back to the death of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Trayvon Martin at a Friday post. She should still be here, Clemens shared with the Journal-Register. Sonya Macy is her name. Her name deserves to be said. I agree. Listen. Okay. It says on Wednesday that the criminal filed charges against Grayson were an important milestone in the pursuit of justice for Sonya Macy's family, especially her children, who have endured an unimaginable pain and suffering since they were notified of this tragedy. Crump said in the news release obtained by CNN, "We remain committed to uncovering the truth of what happened and identifying the failures that allowed this tragic death to occur." There's no failures. There was a rogue cop who just wanted to shoot somebody. That's all to it. Macy family met with prosecutors and state police on Wednesday to get an update on the investigation and allow them to view the body-worn camera footage, according to militia. With the family approval, police plan to release the body cam footage on Monday, saying that nothing has been redacted except for the blurring of certain images out of respect for Miss Macy and her family. All right, now I can comment on this. That's a rogue cop. He came in there with intentions on shooting and killing this young lady. And the sad part about it, and this probably missed a lot of people. After he shot her, he tried to get the other deputy not to render aid to her, saying, well, about the severity of the injury. That does not make no sense. It don't give a dog about the severity of the injury. You were supposed to render aid. Number one, you shouldn't have never pulled your firearm in the first place. This woman was in comfort of her house. She called the police for help. She didn't call the police to get killed. This is why it's hard for African Americans to call the police, because most of the time they are the victims. So if you call the police to your house saying there's a prowler You got a ball on the stove and he tell you to remove it, and then he draws his gun. What is that? Who does that? There's more to this than they're saying. This dude wanted to shoot her. He had no reason to pull his gun. The other deputy didn't pull his gun. The other deputy still had his body cam on. He followed protocol. This other cop, and I'm about to call him a racist. I'm very close. You know what? He is a racist. I would guarantee if this was a white woman, he wouldn't have did this to her. It was a black woman. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, ready 1 o'clock in the morning. He got gun ho, because there's no justification for him to pull his firearm. He didn't see no intruder there. There was no problem. It was only her. And you shot 3 times. That was intentional. That was intent. He did that intentionally. That is a rogue cop. I read an article. They done had problems with this guy before. See, this is what my problem is with the police. If you have a problem with a cop that done this, that has a history of this, why are you still employing him? It goes back to leadership at the top now. He should have been removed before this ever happened. If these reports that I've read are accurate, he has been cited on multiple occasions of excessive force, and you still employed him. Did you think he would change at some point? This is the problem here. This is the problem that we are dealing with. We're dealing with rogue cops that 90% that do this are racist. We have a lot of good white cops. You have a lot of good black cops. You got a lot of bad white cops. You got a lot of bad black cops. So I'm not looking at color. I'm looking at personalities. This one had a bullcrap personality from the get-go. He showed you he had a BS personality. And you hired this guy knowing that he had a history of excessive force. You hired him anyway. Did you think anything but this would happen? I don't get it. I read about cops who go out of their way to help people in the community. And I've read about cops like this who only became cops to become bullies. You shot at this woman 3 times for what? That was not justified. Now, I don't know if you were drunk or high. I don't know if you was going through something. But you leave your drama at home. You do not take it to work with you. Every one of us that go to work you're not going to have a great day every day. There's a lot of things going on in your life, but you do not take it to work with you because the people that you're working with had nothing to do with what you're dealing with. This cop came to work with an objective of killing somebody. And like I said, I can't prove he's a racist or not, but he has racist tendencies. Why would you pull a gun on a lady? See, this is what I get out of it. Because I'll rest in peace, Joe Madison. I remember what Joe Madison said, read with the third eye, listen with the third ear. You told her to take the pot off, and when she did, you drew your gun. See, that was your justification of it. That's not justification for using deadly force. You wanted to shoot this woman. Now, I don't know why you wanted to, but you wanted to because you told her to take it off for her safety and then shoot. See, you can't tell a person, well, this might harm you, then I'm gonna kill you though. And you shot her in the face. So that was intentionally. When a person shoots and kills a cop, they doggone know it's about a foregone conclusion you're gonna get the electric chair, gas chamber, whichever one you want. You're gonna get a death penalty. It's a foregone conclusion. So why is it when a cop does this to a regular person that the death penalty is not automatically instituted? this rogue cop, this Grayson, should automatically get the death penalty because this was intentional. He had no reason to pull this gun. He had no reason to shoot this woman in her own home. This woman called you because she felt unsafe because she thought somebody was in her, probably was in her house. And the only threat she had was the one that she called. That was the threat. The police disgracing guy was the threat. Evidently, the other deputy didn't see no threat. Why did you see one? Because the other deputy was doing his job while you wanted to kill this woman. Which you succeeded. Which I want to know why the death penalty is not automatically instituted in your case, because you deserve it. And when they send you to prison, I don't want them to put you in segregation. I don't want them to put you in the SEG. I want them to put you in population. Because the one thing, I worked in the corrections facility, the one thing I know, those people know what you did before you get there. You should not be put in a special cell. You should not be put in a special unit just because. You should be put in population, and whatever happens, happens. I don't have no pity for this, because the police, you're supposed to protect and serve. That is your job. You did not do that. You had no intentions on doing that. When you walked in that house, you had no intentions on doing that. Then you're gonna apologize on Facebook. The hell is that? What, is that gonna bring her back? Took 2 weeks to find this dude? What is with y'all in this body cam? Why it take so long to get, are y'all editing the body cam? Then why does it take so long for y'all to get it? It should take 2 weeks to get the body footage. It should not take 2 weeks. But for some reason, y'all want to look at it first. What? So y'all can take some parts of it out? Okay, I understand if you want to blot the graphic parts of it out. I understand that part. I do not understand why it takes 2 weeks to do that. The uproar, the outcry is going to be even worse because they're thinking you're doing something like that. You got to get in front of this stuff. Y'all need to go and do these evaluations, psychological evaluation on every police. And if they seem to be struggling with them, you need to remove them right then before they do any more stupid mess. Can't stand them like this. I really cannot stand this. Then she put her hands up. What the hell did you draw the gun for? I'm still puzzled. I've seen most of the video. What did you draw the gun for? You was gun-ho. That's what you drew it for. So you give all the other police a bad name because everybody group all y'all in the same category when you're not. The good cops are still standing, and y'all bad cops are just overshadowed. I hope he get everything that he deserves. I think he needs a death penalty. But if they put it in population, they know who you are. They already know what you did. You need to be put in general population, and like I said, whatever happens, happens. Hey, that's another episode. Man, time flies. It goes by so fast. But we'll be back next week, same time, same place, on the Burnout. And remember, always flame up, but never burn out. 2 fingers, peace. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button. Give us your comment. And we'll do our best to oblige you. But hey, once again, 2 feet, 2 fingers. Peace out.